This time on Woody's Garage. What are you up to? Tee-hee.
Well, today I'm back on my old friend the Rupp here. One thing that's bugged me for the longest time is how these forks are bent in a little bit. They're about the same on both sides. I want to pull them off and see if I can bend them with the steel pipe like I did on the Honda 50. Also, when I put these on, they seem to be a little pinched right up here, like this was knocked down a little bit, so it kind of, you don't feel it like now, but when you're riding it, like, you know, at a certain there's a little more friction when it's straight forward, and then when you turn it kind of loosens up, so it makes it kind of wobbly. So I think what happened is that this is like peened down a little bit, and I'm gonna like knock it up, I think, with a hammer just to straighten it out, flatten out this area a little bit, but try to keep this length so that it's still tight, if that makes any sense. So I got to strip this whole thing down, and we'll go from there. Okay, and also if you can see this in the dark, I put a bigger sprocket there. That's a 22, so I'm up 5 teeth from the other one, so hopefully I'll get a little more get up and go. So it's dawning on me right now that it's a little more work than I thought. I got to take everything off in order to get these forks off and then be free and clear. So this switches, throttle, brake lever, eyeball, maybe not, probably the clamp, front wheel. So should stop complaining and start working. All the zip ties, nice and neatly put on. Right. I'm in the phone with this the one across the hall. If you don't answer, I'll just ring it off the wall. I know she's there, but I just had a call. Don't leave me hanging on the telephone. Don't leave me hanging on the telephone. I heard your mother, now she's going out the door. Did she go to work or just go to the store? All those things she said I told her to ignore. Oh, why can't we talk again? Oh, why can't we talk again? Oh, why can't we talk again? Don't leave me hanging on the telephone. Don't leave me hanging on the telephone. It's good to hear your voice, you know it's been so long. If I don't get your call, then everything goes wrong. I want to tell you something you don't know wrong. Don't leave me hanging on the telephone. I have to interrupt, stop this conversation. Your voice across the line gives me a strange sensation. I'd like to talk, but I can show you my affection. Oh, I can control myself. Oh, I can control myself. Oh, I can control myself. Don't leave me hanging on the telephone. Hang up and run at me. Oh, hang up and run at me. Oh, hang up and run at me. That's what said I had for my Honda 350. They work much better than just the U-bolt type things that were stock. At least I think they work better. And those handlebars were off my friend's Triumph chopper. It's like 1973 chopper. So now we just got to undo this bolt, thread this junk through, and then we'll mount it up in the vise. Scary. Okay, this isn't a stock set of nut and bolt for the triple tree here, and I put a cotter pin through at the bottom for safety's sake to hold it on so the bolt, which I actually have loose, so it won't come off. And you can kind of see here how there's a dip in here, and I'm sure the dip was created because a bolt was snugged down. I'm wondering if I don't have another washer underneath here, but if I expand this out I may need to do that, and it would probably be beneficial too. So yeah, okay, we'll get it off and we'll have a look. You can kind of see it like that. So I was thinking maybe a scissor jack or something in between there to bring it up. Bottle jack would be good, but the distance is too small. And then we got to clamp this in the vise somehow to straighten these guys out. Yeah, we're just going to try the pipe method. Why not? Hope we don't break them. So we got the eyeball off and got it kind of clamped up here. I'm thinking now if I put a scissor jack in there, it's also going to work against this area down here, which is not good. So I think it's going to need a pounding is what it's really going to need. I'm just going to have to watch it. I have a little anvil right here. It might be perfect to do it. Well, now the biggest problem is getting in there. You can put on a little anvil here, but it's like swinging. It's just like, what are you going to get? Let's find out. I got a 5-pound sledge, but I don't think I think it's going to be too unwieldy to get in there. Yeah. Try it like this. We'll see how it fits on the bike. Got a scissors jack in there. Just try to keep an eye on things. See if it's bending it down. Yeah, it doesn't look half bad. It's not all the way up, but yeah, I just don't want the whole thing to pop off the top here. Yeah, no, that's not bad. Yeah, I didn't do anything to the bottom either. Let's see how that fits on the bike. Pardon me. yeah, I'm hoping I can get a nice thin washer in there as well. I think it'll help it glide. Now, onto the legs. Any ideas about how to get this in a vise to hold it? I don't have any either. And by the way, I did test fit it on the bike, and there's definitely more space. And like I said, hopefully there's enough to get a little washer in there, nice brass washer or something like that. But right now we got to think about how we're going to clamp this thing up so that I can get a pipe on these and bend them. I don't know anything about these, but wait a minute. Oh, you just unscrew them. I had no idea. That's so funny. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. What they do is they're screwed onto the spring. And you just unscrew them. That's fucking funny. That's how we're going to do it. And then there's some plastic things in here you can see, I think. And they don't look like they're in bad shape. Probably run a rag up there and clean them out. These aren't that bad a shape. Good. It'll be nice to get an overhead shot on this, but yeah, I'm not going to take that long to set up the camera, but you can see how bent it is. I'm going to put the pipe on over here and give it a couple of oinks that way. I do mean oinks. And see what we get here. So tight in my space here. So much junk down here. Let's see. Oh, that's not going to fit over that. All right. We might have to go from the other side. Clamp this part. Oh. The copper I have there is kind of protects the metal. Well, put the marks in it. At least I hope. We'll slide this guy on. My gut against it. Yeah, it's definitely moved. How's that? Put the straight edge up to it and see what it looks like. Put the straight edge up against it. It looks like it can go a little more. It's weird. I think the bend happened down here, but it seems like this is kicked this way a little bit up top here. So I'm going to try to just scoot that over a little more.
Oh, could just be it.
Damn, that's not bad. That's not bad. Let me give you an overview here. Can you see it? Yeah, we got another one to do. Yeah, they don't look bad. Okay, now let's look at the rest of this thing. I mean, I had no idea. I kind of looked online for like some information on these, how you take them apart or whatever, so well, maybe this will benefit somebody. I'm guessing that these will screw right out of here too. You know, they got the same setup right here. And then we can clean them up nice. At least I think. Yeah. That's right there. Why you no come out? Let me look at this a little bit. See what's up. Yeah, they just screwed out. I just needed two hands and not a camera in front of me. And it looks like we got, like I said, these plastic jobs inside of here. But, you know, I'm thinking of just getting them clean with a toothbrush. And we'll apply some new grease on them and clean off these legs and reassemble. Because it's still all rusty and stuff. Certainly would have been easier to work on this with everything off. I think I'm going to try to bang this out maybe like a little more, a little straighter. A place right in the middle here where the handlebars were that I don't think I'm going to be able to get that out. I just want the thing, when you look at it straight on, so that it looks straight, it doesn't look wanked. Cool, I think we're going to clean everything up with some oil and reassemble. Got some PB Blaster sprayed all over them. Get inside with a toothbrush. Doesn't look too bad. I know they sell all this stuff, new springs and the plastic inserts and stuff. I think it's a Black Widow Motorsport or something like that. Prices aren't cheap, but I suppose they're fair. Too expensive for a cheapskate like me. Alright. Yeah, I mean the fork lugs aren't all rusted up. That's probably the worst spot right there, and it's not that bad. You know, I probably got that from being bent and rubbing against the spring. Otherwise it'll clear it. And I'm kind of wondering, does this face forward? Or does it face in the back? That's where the spring goes in. I guess I'll have to look at the video. Well, they're never going to look new. They're pretty clean. Get this down there without poking a hole through it. Blunter. Q-tip action. I got a batch of oddball washers that I can use to put in here now for spacers. To put in here now for spacers. We're going to put a little grease down here, and then we're going to reassemble because it's clean enough. Okay, I just looked at one of my old videos to see that yes, these are on the back, so the ugliness I guess you don't see, and you also have it on the back up top here on the triple tree. So we're going to put some grease on the legs. I'm in here, and we're going to start reassembling. Synthetic grease. Probably never been greased before. It didn't seem very greasy. Someone's probably going to tell me, no, you don't grease those things. Yeah, you do. Alright, we're going to put it back together the way we took it apart.
Down the backbone, I got the shakes down the knee bone. Yeah, the tremors in the thigh bone, shaking all over. Just the way that you say goodnight to me. Down the backbone, I've got the shivers down the thigh bone. Yeah, the tremors in my backbone, shaking all over.
So this is what we got, top and bottom, both have this. So we want to lay another washer on top of this and get some grease in between them so it goes smoothly. That's a nice one, it's brass. I think we're going to have to drill it out a little bit though, hone it out a little bit. But let's even see if it'll work. This is what we had on here. Two on the bottom and just one on the top. That's not in between, that's just on the very top. So, with that in there, trying to see like what will fit in this space. Yeah, this one will barely fit. Something thinner. Actually, that first one would not even barely fit. You know, I had some nylon washers and I can't find them. That would be a good fit. I don't know what the heck I did with them. I wonder how long they'd wear. I really want to put this up at the top too because the surfaces aren't exactly parallel. Yeah, they look really bad, as a matter of fact. It's like I kicked the back up too high. It's not flat. So I'm going to flatten that down, I think, a little bit. You know? I don't know if you can you see that? Right in there. Shit. Okay, it looks like a tight fit. And some things have to happen, like the throttle's got to come through. All sorts of terrible stuff has to happen at the same time. And I want to get some grease on it too, so that makes it all kind of messy. So the throttle's the only thing that couldn't fit before. And what I'd like to do, a little grease there. A little grease down here. It looks like I'm only going to be able to get a washer on the top, and that is kind of that's the side that's uneven. So yeah, I'd rather have it wearing against a washer, if I possibly can even get it in there. This is what we're going to find out. Up we go. I need like a screwdriver to get the washer lined up. Oh, I think it almost is. Don't move. Do not move. You bugger. Yeah, if it only had a point on it. Maybe I could tap this. Maybe. Maybe not. Yep. Ow, I just dropped that hammer right on my toe. Up and down a little more. And see the wear mark on the bottom. Triple tree. It's still not lined up perfectly. Now, leave my head down there. There it is. Yeah. Let's see if it can move. And it's pretty shitty. It's definitely pretty shitty. I can't say I like that at all. I'll put the bottom nuts on it. See, maybe if I can compress it down a little bit, maybe I can get things to fit a little better. Because I can't really describe the feeling I had before. You'd be going along fine, and then you'd turn a little bit, and it would almost seem like it wanted to jackknife like that. I'm going to tighten up the upper and the lower. And no idea what size these are. That's why I'm using the crescent wrenches. crunch it up tight here. Yeah! That would be good. If you're drag racing. Hopefully I'm not getting my head in the way every 2 seconds. It just does not feel smooth. That looks pretty flat now. Except for the way the washer sits on it, it's definitely tighter at the front. Let's see. See in there. See, it's a little tighter in the front than in the back. Yeah. Okay, what I think I'm going to do is take them off again and see if I can get this part right up here. You can kind of see it. It dips down right in front of the washer there. See if I can get the scissor jack under there and bend that part out and make it better, because this isn't right. So I'm kind of understanding what happened here. As the forks bent in this way, the handlebars and everything pushed this way. You know, it was right in the middle was the fulcrum. Handlebars out, forks in. And that's what bent the top of this. I just took this T-square and I measured the length from top to bottom there and from top to bottom here, and this is up quite a bit. Well, not quite a bit, maybe a 1/16 of an inch or something like that, maybe an 1/8. Actually, I can't even see it, but that's the difference, and that's the problem that I got. Okay, I got a couple of wrenches on it on this side. I got some pressure up on this side, and we're going to bring this down and see. Yeah, I don't think that's doing much. Of course, we're going to lose our space for our washer. That is demolished. Bend straight. I must say, it looks better than it did. And yeah, I mean, you wouldn't think it's much. It's a damn mini bike, but if you rode it, you'd understand. You know, probably the reason why I got this front end as cheap as I did. Well, I'll tell you. Look at that. I never thought I'd get it. That's smooth as silk. There's a lot of pounding. and guesswork, really. But man, that is smooth. Tiny bit of play in there. Just well, there's a little bit. I'd actually like to get that out too. Maybe we'll work and see if we can get a thin washer in someplace. I try to get another washer in there. No dice. Nothing's thin enough. Yeah, it's really tight. I got the bolt on tight. What I might do is try to get that washer up here under the cotter pin so that it keeps it tight. You know? I mean, it's not going to back off, but it might back off. I mean, I don't know. It's pretty good, though. Actually, the cotter pin was a tight fit. I had to go with one smaller, but it'll do the job. It's right tight to that, and you have perfect, like, friction, and everything's smooth. I mean, I can't believe how nice this worked out. Okay, let's put all the rest of the junk back on. All right, that looks far better, you know? Straight. The other side, I don't think looks quite as straight, but almost perfectly straight. Could have used a little more. One thing, when I put the tire back on, the wheel back on, I noticed that the spacing is now off. You know, it's tighter over here than it is over here, and I swore I had that right. So I looked in my spacers, I don't have any to get this right, so Home Depot sells a good one. It's solid too, it's not split. It's those guys right there, but I'm out of them right now, so I'm gonna go next time pick up another pack of those and try to get it right, because that bugs me. But otherwise, you know, success.